At this point in your journey, you may be noticing certain synchronicities that seem to be pointing you toward a deeper, more sensual connection with your person. One of the most prominent signs is the appearance of the number 222, a symbol often associated with balance, harmony, and union, especially in romantic and spiritual partnerships. When it comes to sensual and intimate energy, 222 serves as a gentle reminder that a powerful bond is forming or being strengthened between you and your partner. It represents not only physical closeness but also emotional alignment and mutual understanding. It's as if the universe is encouraging both of you to trust the process, to nurture your bond with patience, and to remain open to the sacredness of your shared energy. Your person is in a space where they deeply desire to express their feelings for you, but perhaps not always in ways that are traditionally verbal. Their love language speaks volumes through physical touch and meaningful action. They find comfort and connection through small, intimate gestures, a brush of the hand, a protective embrace, or acts of service that may seem subtle but carry deep emotional weight. Words may not always come easily to them, but their actions are filled with intention. Despite their desire to love you more openly, they are currently going through a series of personal upheavals, what can be described as tower moments. These are events that shake their foundation, prompting transformation and self-realization. These moments are not meant to hurt them, but rather to awaken them to what truly matters, and increasingly, that includes a future with you. They are being pushed to confront the distractions, fears, and outdated behaviors that have been holding them back. One of the most challenging aspects of this transformation is the tendency your person has to ghost or withdraw. While this may be deeply painful for you, it's important to know that it hurts them too, perhaps more than they let on. Ghosting isn't a reflection of a lack of care, rather, it's often their coping mechanism when the weight of change becomes too heavy. They don't want you to fear this silence or take it as a rejection. Instead, they hope you'll understand that they need this time apart to adjust to the internal and external shifts occurring in their life. This space allows them to recalibrate and realign with the version of themselves they are trying to become, someone more present, more open, and more emotionally mature. During these periods of silence, they are not forgetting about you. Quite the opposite, they are thinking of you constantly, often battling with themselves over the silence they've imposed. In that stillness, they are being pushed to release harmful patterns such as waiting for you to initiate communication, using silence as a shield, or avoiding difficult conversations. These habits are not sustainable for the kind of relationship they envision with you, and they know that. Slowly but surely, they are being forced to let go of the emotional defenses they've used in the past so that they can create space for something more authentic and lasting. Despite the distance, there is an undeniable sense of longing within your person. They yearn for your presence, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This longing isn't simply about desire or passion, it's a deeper craving for the comfort and security they feel when they are near you. They are trying to be patient with this connection, even when it's hard, because they know in their heart that it's worth the wait. With you, they see the possibility of a love that is safe, stable, and enduring. You understand them in a way that no one else has, and that realization brings them both comfort and a sense of urgency. They don't want to let this connection slip away. More than anything, your person is beginning to see that what draws you to them isn't their material success, their possessions, or the image they present to the world. It's your ability to see them, to truly see them, for who they are beneath the surface. You're not captivated by their wealth or external achievements, you're drawn to their soul, their intentions, and the quiet strength they hold inside. This recognition humbles them. It makes them want to offer you something far more valuable than gifts or grand gestures. They want to give you their word, their love, and their commitment, expressed not through fleeting promises but through consistent, grounded actions. They want to be someone you can rely on, someone whose love is steady, faithful, and enduring. As they continue on their path of self-growth and emotional healing, know that their silence is not absence, it is preparation. Their distance is not disinterest, it is transformation. And their longing is not weakness, it is a reflection of the depth of the connection they feel with you. What they truly desire is to emerge from this period of growth as someone who can love you with clarity, stability, and purpose. They are learning that true love isn't about perfection, it's about presence, effort, and the willingness to keep choosing each other, even through the most uncertain of times. I can't seem to get over everything that has happened between us. It haunts me more than I ever let on. The memories, the moments we shared, the mistakes I made, they replay in my mind constantly, almost like a film stuck on repeat. I think about the past far more than you probably realize. I revisit every choice, every word, every silence, and I carry the weight of all that went wrong between us. I think about how I hurt you, knowingly or unknowingly, and how I let my flaws, my immaturity, and my unhealed wounds seep into what could have been something beautiful. I think about the effects it had on you, the emotional turmoil I caused, the pain you had to carry because of me, and I'm filled with regret. You were never just someone passing through my life. You were, and still are, so much more. You are this radiant, beautiful goddess, my divine feminine energy personified. There's a light about you that shines even in my darkest memories. You were always special, more special than I ever allowed myself to express or show. I didn't treat you like the treasure you were. I didn't love you the way you deserved to be loved, and for that, I carry a deep sorrow in my heart. You hold a power over me that I don't think you're even aware of. Your presence lingers in my thoughts, in my dreams, in the quiet moments when I'm alone with myself. And I'm so sorry for the way I let you go, for the carelessness, the lack of closure, and the way I left things between us. You were my dream lover, the person who brought color into my grayscale world. You were my favorite person in this entire world, the one I looked forward to, the one who made life feel meaningful. And now, you're no longer in my life. I can't even reach you. You feel like a distant memory, untouchable and out of reach, yet I still find myself thinking of you in my dreams. Sometimes, those dreams feel more real than reality. It's in those dreams that I feel peace, warmth, and the connection we once had. But in my waking life, I find myself stuck, bound to obligations, responsibilities, and circumstances that I never fully explained to you. There are parts of my life that I've never had the courage to open up about. I've felt tied up, trapped in a karmic situation that has kept me from living freely, from making choices that reflect my true heart. And I know it probably sounds like an excuse, like a justification for my failures, but it's the truth. There's a complexity in my life that I don't even fully understand, and I know that trying to explain it to you might only bring more confusion or disappointment. I never gave you the full truth of who I was or what I was going through. I kept things hidden. I made you feel like an outsider in my own chaos. I didn't treat you the way someone like you should be treated, with honesty, respect, or consistency. And given all of that, how could I ever expect you to trust me again? How could I expect you to look at me with the same love and openness when I didn't honor what we had? The truth is, I never really learned how to make healthy decisions. I was impulsive, reckless with emotions, both yours and mine. I let fear and insecurity drive me. And now I find myself torn, because deep down I know I am responsible for your sadness, for the tears you cried, and for the heaviness you had to carry after I was gone. I made your life harder, when all you ever did was try to make mine better. I look back and realize how deeply I failed you. What hurts the most is knowing that you were the reason for my happiness. You were the one who lifted me out of darkness, who helped me see life differently, who offered me love that was pure and healing. You taught me what healthy love could look like, even when I wasn't capable of receiving it the way I should have. And in return, I was the one who brought you pain. I became the source of your heartbreak. That's a burden I carry every single day. It's hard for me to forgive myself, to make peace with what I did, because the guilt runs deep. I don't know where you are in life now. I don't know if you ever think of me, or if you've moved on completely. But I needed to say this, even if only to the silence that echoes in your absence. You mattered. You still matter. And no matter how far apart we are, you will always hold a sacred space in my heart. I just wish I had been the man you deserved, instead of the lesson you had to learn. I know there are people around us who wouldn't be happy to see us together. It feels like there are forces, whether people, circumstances, or just life itself, that are constantly trying to pull us apart. Despite all that, I want you to know that I genuinely and wholeheartedly desire to release the pain and resentment from the past. Holding on to hard feelings has only weighed me down and kept us both stuck in a place of confusion and emotional distance. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to keep reliving the hurt or going over old wounds. I want healing, for both of us, and I want to start anew, with open hearts and understanding between us. What frustrates me the most is this silence, this no-contact situation that has settled between us like a heavy fog. Not being able to talk to you, not being able to share even the simplest thoughts or hear your voice, it's painful beyond words. It's not just the absence of communication, it's the emptiness it creates. I feel like I'm walking through my days with a piece of myself missing. I long for connection with you. I want you entirely, fully, and completely in my life. I want to share my world with you and be a part of yours. Yet, every time I feel that impulse to reach out, I hesitate, because I also carry the weight of your disappointment in me. I can sense that disappointment, and it cuts deep. It hurts knowing that I've fallen short in showing you just how much you mean to me. I admit that I haven't done enough, or maybe anything at all, to truly express the depth of my love and care for you. And that's on me. I don't blame you for how you feel. If the roles were reversed, I might feel the same way. But please, hear me when I say this, never doubt my love for you. It's always been there, even when I didn't know how to show it. It's a love that runs deeper than I've ever experienced, a love that scares me at times because of how powerful it is. I wish things had been simpler between us. I wish outside interference hadn't played such a strong role in shaping our connection. It feels like a third party, or maybe a karmic situation, somehow found its way into the space we created and slowly chipped away at what we had. It's heartbreaking to think that something so special could be damaged by forces outside our control. Still, I believe in the strength of our bond, no matter how fragile it may seem right now. I believe that what we had, and what I hope we can still have, was real and worth fighting for. Your words still echo in my mind. I find myself revisiting the things you said, especially when I'm alone. You were right about many things, and I see that more clearly now. But at the time, I needed to come to those realizations on my own. I needed space to think, to feel, to understand myself and my actions. That's why I stepped back, not because I wanted to push you away, but because I had to find clarity from within. I wasn't ready to face the truth of everything all at once, and I didn't want to bring more confusion into our connection by pretending to be okay when I wasn't. I hope you can understand that. I hope you can see that my silence wasn't a lack of care, but a reflection of my own internal struggle. My dear love, your presence in my life has given me so much strength. Knowing you, loving you, and being loved by you, those have been some of the most meaningful experiences of my life. But as strange as it sounds, that same love has also made me afraid. It has made me question myself, made me feel vulnerable in ways I never expected. Sometimes, I worry that if I let myself fully lean into that love, it might make me seem weak or needy in your eyes. I don't know if that fear is rational or fair, but it's something I've carried. I've always tried to appear strong and in control, and loving you so openly makes me feel exposed. And yet, hiding that love, suppressing it, it hasn't brought me peace either. It's only created more distance between us, and I regret that deeply. I want you to know that I'm not writing this to guilt you or to make excuses. I'm writing from a place of honesty, hoping that maybe, somehow, you'll feel the sincerity in my words. I want us to have a chance, an honest, unfiltered chance, to see what we could be without all the past weight, without the third parties, without the fear. I miss you, and I miss us. More than anything, I want you to remember that my love for you has never wavered. It's always been here, quietly waiting, hoping for a time when we can truly be together again.